that bad dog. See ya. You know, sometimes this happens. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but sometimes I add jobs, and what happens is I onboard so many that I have to like change my routes every year, and when I do that, it kind of sucks because, well, some jobs just are missing from the route, so I got to go back and add them later on. But in the meantime, there is a way I can add them. In this case, check it out. His name is Adam. How funny is that? Boom. So me and the client just got through talking here. This area here, this parkway, got a lot of clumping fescue popping up, and he wanted a quote to potentially kill all that off and plant some KBG in those areas. So in case you haven't seen my lawn spot repair videos, I recommend you check those out. I'll link them up here. Super good videos. Also, look at that color. Looks good, don't it? So I cut this lawn too. He's been full service now. This is his second season with us, and this lawn is nothing short of remarkable compared to where it was a year ago. So I think it'll be cool to see how we transform it over the next year, because it looks really, really good in terms of color, in terms of vigor. We still got a long way to go here. I would actually advise we do an overseeding on this area in the fall, but given that he doesn't irrigate this, that's right, this is non-irrigated and it looks this good. He just didn't elect to do it, but I don't know, maybe that'll change once we do the spots, because when we do the spots, that gives us a little more. That might open up the conversation to get this done, because I really do think getting some more cultivars in here could help out in a really good way. All right, this property is another quick turnaround story. This one I picked up around this time last year, so a year ago, and had a ton of problems. Density wasn't where I wanted it. There were a lot of weeds, and it just needed a lot of help. So I ran my comprehensive plan on it, and that's what we're doing again this year, and it looks fantastic. Just look at that color shine, boy. We do have a couple weeds popping up. That's to be expected. Like I said, we're only a year in. And this is only a FERT account. It's FERT only, no mowing on my end. So because of that, I don't really know what their cultural practices look like in terms of mowing and watering. Actually, I take that back. I know they don't water. I know they don't water, at least from what I've seen anyways. Again, I'm only here 6 times a year. But when I am here, but mowing wise, quite frankly, this is a situation I prefer. Where, as you can tell, they haven't mowed in a little bit. Now, what I would prefer in this instance, especially just to make sure the uptake is to its utmost efficacy, is that the customer waits until a week after this application at the very most, It's another thing. A lot of people ask me, what is a good time, if you will? What is a good time to wait? Or what's a good ballpark number to wait to go back on the lawn and mow it after spraying? Well, kind of depends on the product you're spraying and how quickly it absorbs. As a general rule of thumb though, what I do in my business is I advise my customers don't cut for 48 hours, which is fine because the weed control doesn't, which is fine because, you know, in a perfect world, I'd rather they not cut it for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, even 3 or 4. That would be nice. But we don't live in a perfect world where we're able to do that. We deal with subdivisions and HOAs and all that type of stuff. People can get tickets from the city if their grass gets above a certain height. And because of that, you really got to be careful. You got to check the local laws and see what you can get away with. But anyway, for the most part, everybody's mowing once a week. Very rare is it that I see someone mowing twice a week or more, unless they're super enthused about it. But this represents a good portion of my clientele, actually. Most of them do not really water. Most of them don't mow that often. Some of them don't even mow that often. Like this one's a good example. I don't think it's been mowed at all this year. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I know that might surprise some of you, but because there's a conversation out there all the time about, hey Jake, how often should I mow, right? And there's two sides to every coin, especially this one. People always ask me, how often should I cut it? Well, on one end of the scale, it's beneficial to cut it twice a week because you stay within the 1/3 rule. And if you're dealing with problem weeds like quackgrass and you don't want to go the chemical route, that'll keep them at bay. Kind of like we were talking about earlier at one of my properties. Now, if you want to go the chemical route, in most cases, that's the best way to do it, depending on what you're dealing with, especially with weeds. We're talking weeds here, not really anything else. Because weeds, like the lawn, absorb their nutrients through the leaves, so foliarly. Because of that, not mowing for a while gives that control enough time to work and do its thing and give us a more effective kill the first time around so we don't have to reapply. Because when we reapply, well, in my case, if I reapply, my cost of goods are going to go up because that's a service call in some cases. Now, when you can hold off for a little bit, let that weed control work, you're just going to notice better control all around the first time, and you're not going to have to stress whether or not you got good control because you'll know. So that's what I think about mowing. That's what I think about mowing right after a nap. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what. Oh, that's cool. I don't want to get distracted. But the guy down there's using a Skag 32. I love mine. I'm not even sponsored by Skag, but that 32 is a really nice machine. Maybe I'll review it. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling toward them. I already had to fill up once today. I was supposed to spray out 200 gallons yesterday, but that didn't happen because it started a little too late. And it wasn't on purpose. it was weather related. Because it wouldn't stop raining, well, I had to do what I had to do. So I started in the afternoon when the rain cleared. So, I don't know if the camera will show it, but the lawn has this really nice crystal look after it gets sprayed. It's the one thing I love about Greene County products. Not to mention, they make my lawns really nice. By the way, if you're watching this and you're a DIYer, there's plenty of fun to be had for you too. If you click the shop icon in the lower left-hand corner, we leave a lot of Next products and other lawn products kind of similar to what we spray out in that shop icon. So if you click that shop icon, you could join in the fun and spray what the pros are spraying. Be just like me. So, just figured I'd throw that out there. If you're watching, you want to join in the fun, click that link. Everything I use in the videos is right there. Available on jakethelawnkid.net. Okay, that should be good. 2 more passes. I know some of you are watching. 2 more passes? I'm like, yeah. 2 more passes. Yes. Let's get that covered good. Let's get them weeds. Let's get them weeds. Ooh, yeah. This video is brought to you guys by the fine folks at Horizon 360. Guys, if you run a small business, you own a small business, you're starting a small business, well then you need a CRM. And my friends, that's where H360 comes in. Horizon 360 allows you to do everything from customer acquisition to customer retention. You have the ability to mass email your clients and prospects and get in touch with them, get estimates done on the fly, and get that sent back to them literally within minutes, which allows you to close deals much faster. Guys, speed is the name of the game in 2024 in any industry or small business, and Horizon 360 will help you improve on said speed. You have the ability to dispatch your crews. If you're running a bigger operation, you have more oversight what's going on. And on top of that, you also have the ability to get financial insights as to how much money's coming in, how much money's going out, how much you're paying the crews, how efficient the crews are, that you can use to pivot your business to be much more successful, much more profitable, and much more efficient in the long. Their basic plan is free, no charge at all. It'll give you the core fundamentals you need to cut down on the chaos in your business. If you do, however, want to try something a little more top tier, like having the live equipment tracking and crew dispatching, then I highly recommend trying one of the paid plans. If you want to save some dough there, you can use coupon code H360JTLK to get your first 3 months free any of those 2 top tier plans. Horizon 360, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to work. Okay, last one of the day. This one is a pride and joy of mine, just because of how beautiful it is. There's something about the color and vigor of this one that just makes my heart sing. All right, we'll hit this right here. Okay. That looks good. No. So I normally don't do it this way, but because I'm pretty much on fumes, I'm gonna do the front and boulevard first, and that way, if I do run out, it's in the back and I can always come back another day to finish that. It's better to have the front even and done because it's the focal point. That's right. Right it is. I might be able to sneak in the boulevard in one pass. I'm gonna try.